Orton president Herb Abrams to bring professional wrestling back to the glory days. The UWF charter is followed in the footsteps of some of the great teachers of the sport. Proud tradition of these and other great champions, the UWF is ready to break from the past.
I'm Craig DeGeorge, and it is great to have you with us here for another Universal Wrestling Federation card. I never thought I'd be saying this, but I am pleased to be alongside my broadcast partner, the Golden Greek, John Tolan.
Thank you very much, DeGeorge. You know, it's great to be here at the Universal Wrestling Federation, the greatest federation in professional wrestling. And you know something, DeGeorge? Let me tell you something. You hang around with the Golden Greek, and maybe someday you will be a great sportscaster.
Yeah.
Maybe someday.
You've already helped me with the tie knot, John. I appreciate that.
Good. You're looking good. You're looking good. You're looking professional already. That's what counts.
Okay, we've got a great card talking about professionals. The ace cowboy Bob Orton, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, and we'll also get a look at Wet and Wild, the tag team. So we've got a great 1 hour in store.
And away we go, man. Away we go.
Here we go.
UWF.
On this week's card, the newly crowned UWF Southern States Heavyweight Champion, Cowboy Bob Orton. Also on this week's card, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. And he's vying to capture that belt from Bob Orton. Also, Ivan Koloff with the sleaziest manager in wrestling today, that sleazeball Colonel Red. Also on this week's card, Wet and Wild Tag Team Action.
I know everybody sitting out there can't believe their ears. They've been listening to these announcers, and they've been saying that I'm a nice guy, and boy, Bob Orton's changed and a new lease on life and the whole works. But really, you know, I'm still a great wrestler. I'm still going to go out and perform, and I'm going to wrestle hard. But when I was training my youngest son, 12 years old, Missouri State Wrestling Champion, and at 12 years old already, and I go to the meets, and I go to the kids, and I help them practice, and I'm a coach, and they'll call me Coach Bob, and then I take my little girl to the pro matches with me. She watches me beat somebody up, and she's crying on the way home, nobody likes you, Daddy. Well, all this starts to take a toll. And at my age, not that I'm old, mind you, Larry Holmes is older than I am, and he's going for the world title. It's time for a change. Maybe it's time to lighten up. Maybe it's time to look at things from a different perspective. And I've done that, and I've kind of enjoyed it going around. I don't have to worry about getting sucker punched now. I don't have to worry about somebody cutting my side. Everyone says, hey, Bob, how you doing? I bought myself a gym. The gym's doing fantastic. Things have really changed for me, and I'm really having a great time in life. But I love wrestling, and I'm going to get in the ring. I'm going to wrestle. Someone told me that Paul me now because I beat Ronnie Garvin for the Southern Heavyweight title. I beat him fair and square right in the middle, and it felt good, too. Didn't even have to cheat. Well, Paul Orndorff, let me tell you something. I've respected you for years. We've been together. We've been on the other side of the fence. We've had our differences. Let's get in the ring, and for once, Paul, you don't have to worry about me. I'll be there wrestling you fair and square, and you know what, Paul, baby? I'll still beat you just like I always did and enjoy it just as much. And shake your hand after. Come get me, Mr. Wonderful. I'm the champ.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event, a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from parts unknown, weighing in at 270 pounds, the Midnight Star. Missouri, weighing 247 pounds, Cowboy Bob Orton.
you see the belt around him, and he is proud to be wearing that, and why not? The 247-pounder out of St. Louis, the ace cowboy Bob Orton, who took that belt away from Ronnie Garvin. Garvin has vowed to get it back here in the UWF. That'll be something we'll be following week by week.
Well, what I understand, he beat Garvin, but he beat him really bad. He beat him in St. Louis, Missouri. You know, Bob Orton, in my opinion, is one of the greatest wrestling men in the professional wrestling today. There's no question about it. This guy can do everything. Suplex, name it. Hammerlock, go behind, sit out. Anything you want, man, he's got it. This guy is really a total package.
And don't forget the superplex, his patented move. As you see another good one, the one that he invented years ago. He is a crafty veteran and a powerful guy, too. The ace. Cowboy Bob Orton. By the way, talking about championship belts here in the UWF, many fans asking us what happened to the TV champion. Dr. Death and Steve Williams, of course, did not fulfill his contractual obligation. And there will be a television tournament in the coming weeks to decide the new TV champion. Bob Orton's going to have a lot of contenders, I think, after his belt, John. I mean, that's something that guys would want to go after, that Southern States Championship.
There's no question about it. It means it's very important. Whoever is the Southern States champion, well, that's a feather in your hat, you know. But here's this Midnight Star here. I'm going to tell you something. This guy outweighs the champion. Every contender has outweighed the champion. I just can't understand that. Well, these guys are young, fast, strong. Where are they coming from? I don't know.
John, you can put a lot of weight there, but that doesn't necessarily get you the belt. You got to have the skills to go with the brawn and the size. Certainly, you can't put a 150-pounder in there. But Cowboy Bob Orton is crafty. He knows his game very well. And although he does occasionally give up some weight, that usually has not resulted in a loss.
Well, you know, Bob Orton came from a family of wrestlers. You know, his father, which I've wrestled many times, is a super wrestler. The Big O, they call him. His brother wrestled. He comes from a family of wrestlers. They're all great wrestlers. But I would say that Bob right now is among the top 10 in the world today.
Look at that shot there. As you see, the pressure being applied to the Midnight Star. Did you wrestle his great-grandfather also, John?
I wrestled the Big O, and I believe you or not, I beat him many, many times. You know, you can rib me, it's okay. I don't care. You can rib me all I want, my friend. As long as I go to bank, I'm very, very happy. And I tell you one more time, pal, you're looking good. You're looking good. You're talking good. You keep it up, pal, and someday, believe me, someday you'll be working for me.
Hey, a couple of good shots by Midnight Star. Don't disregard this big gentleman. As John mentioned, he goes 270 pounds, and he's taken over a bit here against the Southern States Championship. And if he should win, of course, do not overlook the Midnight Star being the new champion.
I'm telling you, man, he's a big guy, and you never know. You never know what can happen. Yeah. The wrestling profession, it's unpredictable. You don't know who's going to win. You don't know who's going to lose. It just goes crazy sometimes.
You don't say on any given night.
On any given night, especially with a crowd like this, a full house like this, people are going crazy, you know. Sometimes you lose your concentration. You lose your concentration, that's it, you're done.
By the way, we should mention, John, the fans in New York and down in Florida, and look for us. We'll be coming your way. And across the country here, the Universal Wrestling Federation, in person, a good shot there by Midnight Star as he sent Orton to the turnbuckle, and he went into that steel post as well. Now reversal, the Irish whipping into the corner.
Very good reversal. Very good reversal by the champion, Bob Orton.
Oh, he's clothesline him right down.
Great clothesline, super clothesline. Quick. This is where that experience comes in, and Bob Orton has it all, man. He's really got it all. That's why he's the champion, you understand? When you got that belt around your waist, it's for one reason. It's because you're the best. The real best in wrestling.
Into the ropes now. Drop kick by Orton, and that landed. Hit him in the head. Knocked down the Midnight Star.
What a super force drop kick that is. Knocked this 270-pound down like a matchstick, like a toothpick.
And I think he just went to Far Sun Nose, which is where he's from, right there after that shot. And he is dazed, as you might expect. Orton continues to go to work. A shot to the neck.
I'll tell you what, George, I hope that this ring holds out, man, because wow, there's some big guys coming in here, man. And I mean big guys. Yeah. And I'm told that they're even getting bigger. They're even getting bigger.
Yep. Coming up later on, we'll see Helmet Hustler and Jeff Hustler. And that 5 times fast.
Oh, man, no way, no way.
Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff this hour as well. Herb Abrams will be alongside with a couple of ringside interviews all coming up. Look at the strength of the ace. Orton just picked her up by the head, and his headbutting him.
You know, I have to say this one more time. The UWF, the Universal Wrestling Federation, is the top in professional wrestling. I have to say this, and I'm proud that I am here with the UWF, and so are you right along. You bet. And here it is. Here it is. Star with a couple of good cuts, but Orton is recovering. Lands a right hand to the head of the nice Star. He's got him now in the mid-loop. He may superplex him right here. This has been a move he's used to perfection. He invented it, and here it is. Whoa! He took a 270-pound superplex, and he'll finish him off. I'll tell you what, I have seen suplexes, man, but I have never seen Bob Orton Jr. suplexes. This guy has got the greatest suplex off the top rope than any wrestler I have ever seen. A lot of people carbon copy that home, but he's the original. Herb Abrams is standing by with the master of the superplex, the ace cowboy Bob Orton. Let's go to him now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the Southern States heavyweight champion, Cowboy Bob Orton. Bob, what a great match.
I know winning this title was a great honor. Being able to defend it, wrestle on your shows, I'm very appreciative. I'm really glad to be back down here in South Carolina. It's been a long time, but the folks are just as good as they always were. Pleasure to be here. I'll be your champion. Take care of the belt for the folks. And let me just tell the kids out there, train hard, study harder, and just say no. See you later.
Bob Orton, ladies and gentlemen, Cowboy Bob Orton.
Back to basics, what professional wrestling used to be. That's what the Universal Wrestling Federation is all about. Hear the power of the UWF. Hear the latest information of the UWF stars, upcoming shows, feuds, and debuts. We've got Steve Dr. Death Williams, Paul Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, B. Brian Blair, Cowboy Bob Orton, John Polis, Captain Lou Albano, right here.
Wow, when you talk about Herb Abrams, when you're talking about Steve Williams, you're talking about the class personified, the two world champions. And this is the man, chairman of the board, president of Universal Wrestling, that's bringing wrestling back to where it should be. A proud bunch of men that are truly men. World's best athletes, professional wrestling. Woo! Universal Wrestling.
Call now. Join the growing legion of wrestling fans and fanatics all over the world to join the Universal Wrestling Federation power line. Call 1-900-420-4UWF. Call now!
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event, a 15-minute time limit. Referee will be Todd Fowler from Bessemer City, North Carolina. In the ring, Jake Steele, 270 pounds. Jake Steele. Entering the ring, accompanied by his manager, Colonel Red, is Ivan, the Russian Bear Koloff, 103 kilos from the Soviet Union.
for you. You know, you keep on talking like this, I'm going to tell you something. You're doing a pretty good job. Well, you know, I'm going to give you an E for effort. There's no question about it. You're not too bad. I'm going to make you a great sportsman. Believe me, a great sportscaster.
I appreciate it.
What I meant for wrestling, you're going to mean something for broadcasting.
Oh, that's very nice of you. Got him in an arm bar to start off. Ivan Koloff and Jake Steele. Steele, 270 pounds. He can match up with him size-wise, but that probably, with all due respect, is it. The Russian Bear has been a strong talent over the years. Agree with him or not, you don't have to give him that credit.
I'm going to tell you something. You know, the Russian, Koloff, is a big man. But you know, this Steele is bigger than him. You know, the UWF is getting big, fast, dynamite guys. A great move by Steele. These guys are fantastic. They all move like lightweights. I can't believe it. They move like I used to move in my day. You know what I'm saying?
He's not even as good looking. That's a rarity.
It's true. The Golden Greek is a very handsome guy.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about the two guys in the ring. Here's Koloff, who's the 4-time world tag team champion. And he has been a major force here throughout the history of the Universal Wrestling Federation. As you see, Colonel Red. What about this guy, John? What are your impressions of Colonel Red?
Colonel Red, I'll tell you what, I don't know too much about Colonel Red, but he seems to be as being the #1 manager in the world today. He knows his stuff because I talked to him in the dressing room, and he said, look, Golden Greek, you watch me in action and you watch my boys in action, and you're going to be very surprised. This guy's a top man, and believe me, he's going to go a long way in the UWF. He really knows how to get those fans on against him, and he doesn't care. As long as his boys win, that's the bottom line.
All right. Into the turnbuckle. By the way, coming up in this hour, Cowboy Bob Orton, the Southern States Heavyweight Champion, coming up next. Look at that move, the scissor move around the neck of Jake Steele.
You know,
what a great opponent for Ivan Koloff, Jake Steele.
Oh, it's unreal. I'll tell you what, he may pick him up and use him as Steele like he did with his cane. You know, you never know. This Koloff's been around, you know. I mean, he's been to New York, a big star, Minneapolis, Chicago, the Carolinas. No matter where he's been, he drew big money, you know, because either you
what do you mean drew? He draws big money.
That's what I meant.
Right.
Even the Golden Greek makes a little mistake once in a while.
I think you might learn something from me in this broadcast.
I don't want to learn nothing from you because you're from the new school. I'm teaching you from the old school, baby, and that's the count.
There's a guy from the new school, Colonel Red. He is not happy, as you can see. He is irate. Now Koloff goes outside the ring to check with Colonel Red, and Steele has to back off.
Did you know he's from Gaffney, South Carolina? Did you know that? Colonel Red is from Gaffney, South Carolina. He's been managing 10 years, and he's a former manager, believe it or not, of Boogie Woogie. You know the Boogie Woogie Valiant?
We will see. By the way, the Boogie Woogie man has signed on with the UWF, and I believe next week, we will see the Boogie Woogie man himself, Jimmy Valiant, back here in the Universal Wrestling Federation, and that should be something else. Meanwhile, Koloff continues to go to work, taps down, Jake Steele, and then the leg drop.
You see what happened here? He had Koloff in the corner, but he miscued, and Koloff on him like an animal. You can't make a mistake in that ring with Koloff. There's no way. It's just like when I was wrestling. I never made a mistake. That's why I was dynamite. That's why Koloff is dynamite.
Trying to hammer and sickle him. Can't get the pin. Koloff is vicious. The clothesline him down. And he might get him there, no.
Tough man, a pin 270 pounds. It's a tough guy. You're that big, and these guys are strong. And he comes back. A normal guy would be putting a coffin to what Koloff is doing to this guy.
But look at the cheap shots, though, John. I mean, the scratching and clawing. And
there's no such thing as a cheap shot.
Grab by Jake
Steele. Oh, it's terrific.
And the referee's not looking. Come on, ref. He just power slammed him, and nobody saw it. Oh, here's Koloff. He's grabbing the chain. He's got the chain. He's clotheslining with the chain, and the ref never saw it. Oh, come on. What a red. He's going to finish it off here.
2, 3. I'll tell you what a super move. What teamwork. What teamwork with Koloff. He had his manager, Colonel Red. I don't care what he had. Nobody's seen it. It was a super move. and a great, great victory for Koloff. You know, Koloff beat a man 270 pounds. It was like jelly in his hand. Ukrainian Steele. I don't care what kind of steel it was, man. A great victory for Colonel Red and Koloff. Super, super victory. Well, this crowd thankfully does not agree with my broadcast colleague here. There's nothing to be proud about that victory. He used that steel chain to just knock over his opponent. The bottom line is one thing, a win in the record book, and that's all that counts. Now with this big guy, Jake Steele, he did pretty good, no question about it. All right, we've got more to come. A super match.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, on all you morons. Tonight, the UWF presents the greatest wrestling manager of all time. I'm Mr. Red, and this is Mr. Red's Corner. Tonight on Mr. Red's Corner, I present the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff, and his nephew, one of the greats, Vladimir Koloff. And we're going to bring them out right now. Please stand in respect for the greatest wrestlers of all time. Ivan the Russian Bear Koloff and his nephew, Vladimir. All through history, without a doubt, the Soviet Union has always been number one. Just like this man right here, Ivan the Russian Bear Koloff.
You see, the reason why the Koloff family is so successful, the Soviet Union always puts out great athletes, no matter what sport it may pertain to. And you see, when we're in this ring, we're technicians. We use psychology besides our knowledge of the professional wrestling. We get our opponent in such a position that he thinks that he's got the upper hand. And then we lower the boom, as you may say, in America. Because Vladimir, my nephew, and myself are going to continue to gain dominance over the professional wrestling sport throughout America. Whenever you see the... Why don't these people shut their mouths?
There's no respect for these people.
Every time we come out there, this USA, everybody knows it gets under our nerves. But I don't care how loud they yell and try to disturb us. The main objective of the Koloff is to win titles, is to win matches. And that's what we're going to do, no matter who we have to go through.
These people have no respect. No respect at all. Respect for themselves. They have respect for nobody. The two greatest wrestlers of all time, right here, people, like it or not.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next event, a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 230 pounds, Tommy Angel. And from Brandon, Florida, weighing in at 250 pounds, Paul, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff.
Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, one of the superstars in the UWF, making his way ringside, determined as ever. You know, you talk to Paul Orndorff away from the ring, very calm guy, very collected. And when he gets towards that ring, I don't know if I've ever seen anybody, John, with as much determination in his look, in his composure, in his style. He's a true professional.
I'll tell you what. I don't want to really praise him too much, but I'll tell you what. Paul, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, is a great athlete, a tremendous wrestler, and he takes pride in his body. He's well-conditioned, and he takes a back seat to nobody. He's a great wrestler, I said before. He's a great athlete,
and a great winner. The man never quits. And believe me or not, he never loses his concentration in that ring, and he can be disastrous, especially with his famous pile drivers.
He certainly can, and I understand he has signed on to take on Cowboy Bob Orton for that Southern States Championship in a couple of weeks, so keep your eyes out for that one. Meanwhile, arm drag of beauty by Angel. The Wonderful's going to go after that belt, provided, of course, that Orton still owns that belt when that time comes. Orton landing the elbow. Now working on an arm bar. He has that arm tied up.
This Orndorff's got that concentration. You know what I'm saying? He knows every move in that ring. He knows every inch of that ring. That's what makes him a champion. He's fast. He's got that speed. His tongue isn't hanging out. He's not pooping out. He's with his senses at all times. This guy knows what wrestling is all about. And as I said before, man, he gets hot. When he gets hot, he's hotter than a microwave. This guy really moves, man. Really moves.
I think he's a bit surprised by the prowess of Tommy Angel.
And I'm going to... Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm a gentleman. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What I was going to say about Tommy Angel. Tommy Angel's 230 pounds, and Tommy Angel's moving him and giving Orndorff a good match. A great arm drag. And believe me, this Angel kid is giving Orndorff a good match.
Angel spent some time in the Army, 82nd Airborne. He was a palace trooper in the infantry a few years back out of Washington, D.C.
And you got to be in shape when you're a paratrooper. You know, notice I've always said shape. Because to me, this is the greatest thing in the world, my friend. When you got a natural body and you're in natural shape, I always keep in great shape. I jog a lot. I pick up the ice. And I'm going to tell you,
heard enough about
wait a minute. No, you haven't. But this is what I like about Orndorff. The guy's in fantastic shape. He looks great. He looks like an athlete. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no question
He
about
looks something like me.
He looks like who?
Something like me.
Something like you, okay. Well, you know what? Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, not to take anything away from you, Golden Greek, but he was, and still is a terrific athlete. Excellent NFL player with the New Orleans Saints, played at the University of Tampa. He's a tough customer.
He's a very tough customer.
And how about that? He's a strong customer, too. He had his arm locked around Angel.
And you want to know
something? And he took him down.
Oh,
outside the ring on that hard floor. And now this match has gone outside the canvas.
As I said before, when somebody's giving Orndorff a tough time, man, Orndorff goes all out, boy. The rule books are thrown right into the gutter. Right into the floor. Down goes Angel. There's big trouble tonight.
Orndorff is pulling out all stops. He throws Angel back in the ring.
Oh, this looks very bad for Angel. And don't tell me that Orndorff's going to come up with that pile driver.
Into the rope.
Oh, the elbow with a drop kick. What a super drop kick. Right in the head. What? High in the air on that one, man.
Double deep elbow rock, and then he takes him over after the underhook with the suplex.
Let me tell you something about the pile driver. You know, a lot of states have barred the pile driver because of Orndorff. He doesn't care where he piles anybody, on the floor, in the ring, anywhere, outside the parking lot, as long as he gets that pile driver. And look at this. It looks like he's going to get the pile driver now. The people want that pile driver. And here it is
right here. He may do it.
Look at this. Look at this.
Pile driver by Orndorff. And that will do it.
2, 3. I'll tell you what, too, another guy. Nobody does a pile driver like Mr. Wonderful Orndorff. Nobody. And I'll tell you what, it's Tommy Angel, man, is hearing the bells, man, is really hearing the rings in his head right now.
He won it with a pile driver, but I thought a couple of suplexes said it.
Herb Abrams here with Paul. Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, Paul. How are you doing these days here at the UWF?
I'm feeling just wonderful, Herb.
We've got a big championship match coming up in a few weeks. We'll be wrestling the champion, Cowboy Bob Orton, in a few weeks on national television. How do you feel about that match?
Well, you know, anytime you step in the ring with Bob Orton, you're stepping in the ring with one of the premier wrestlers in the wrestling business today. Bob Orton has beat everybody in the world that is anybody. Bob Orton, not only that, but technically, his amateur background, he uses all this to his benefit. And I would say I'd have to rate Bob Orton as one of the all-time best. And hey, it's no surprise to me why Bob Orton is winning the UWF belt. But I can tell you one thing, Bob Orton, you know me. I've been with you, I've been against you, but when it steps in that ring, you and I is going for the gold, my friend. That UWF belt, the belt that the whole world wants, and Mr. Wonderful is going to give everything he has, every ounce of will that I have to win that belt. I'm just going to do the best I can do, Herd. That's all you can do in a situation like this. Always a past favorite, the one and wonderful, Mr. Paul Orndorff. Thank you, Herd.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next event, a 15-minute time limit. From parts unknown, weight unknown, the Marauder. Now entering the ring from Chattanooga, Tennessee, weighing in at 245 pounds, Pez Whatley.
Pez Whatley making his way ringside. Look at this guy go, John. I'll tell you what, man, he looks like a hot number, man, a real hot number. And they say he's from Bourbon Street. You know what Bourbon Street is? Bourbon Street. Yeah, New Orleans. Louisiana, New Orleans, baby. And somehow Johnny grabbed your jacket, I could see. How was it? No? So he steers the Marauder out of there. Thank you, George, with the Golden Greek as you look at Pistol Pez Whatley. Out of Bourbon Street. Great French quarters of New Orleans. I wonder if he's in favor of that new casino thing they're trying to do down in New Orleans. Did you see that?
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah, it's unreal, isn't it?
Well, he's scaring the Marauder right out of here. Hoping to hit the jackpot in the match. Referee Darryl Moore is trying to get Marauder back in, but Pistol Pez Whatley says, I got a way to get him back in. I'm going to slingshot him back in, and that's what he did. Pistol, man, he looks good. The guy looks good. He can move a little bit, and he looks really good.
You know, I'll tell you what, I love that New Orleans. There's no question about it. It's one of my favorite cities. I used to wrestle down there, man. It was a great, great town, great wrestling town. And I like that jazz, man. I'm really into that jazz. I love that jazz. And I'll bet if you ask this Pistol man, boy, I bet he can play that piano, or play a little trombone, or play a little trumpet, saxophone, man. You'll never know. That's true, boy. Look at this, man. And a little rock and roll.
He's got a lot of style in that ring. As you look at the masked Marauder there from parts unknown. Back in the ring. Night Stalker coming up later. The Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, later on this hour. Side headlock now on Pistol Pez Whatley.
Okay, throws him off. It's a crisscross. Let's see what happens here.
Now he ducks down. Marauder held out of that top rope. He said, hey, I'm a smart guy. You're not going to fool me with that kind of stuff. Oh, here comes Whatley with the headbutt. Good, lively crowd. Jam-packed here at the Spartanburg Auditorium in just a beautiful area of South Carolina.
I'm going to tell you one thing about South Carolina, man. Friendly people here. There's no question about it. I've been here 2-3 days now, and I've had a great time. Even they cater to me. They cater to the Golden Greek here. I can't believe it. They cater to the Golden Greek in Spartanburg, North Carolina. Now, I'm going to tell you a little secret to George.
What's that?
Believe this or not. I've wrestled in this same building, believe this or not, in 1955. What do you think of that? Do you believe
I thought it was 1935.
It was 1955, and I was a winner, man, and I was a big card right here in Spartanburg, right here in South Carolina.
Well,
we had guys like the Becker brothers and Charlie Moto and Buddy Blassie, and I was one of those guys, a great super wrestler.
With all due respect, I kid you a lot on our telecast, but certainly the Golden Greek, one of the greats in wrestling, and I noticed a nice pictorial in one of the recent wrestling magazines, The Wrestler, with some great shots. And talking about a good shot, good look here at Pistol Pez Whatley and the Marauder as they are squaring off. And the Marauder is just twisting and twisting, but it's reversed, yes, by Pistol Pez Whatley. Shake, rattle, and roll, Mag. Shake, rattle, and roll. If he can wrestle like he shakes that thing, man, he'll be a superstar. There's no question about it. Where he shakes that thing, might not have to be a wrestler. End of the rope. Look at, he telegraphed that one, and the Marauder didn't buy it. He knocked him down. Good job by the Marauder.
You got to think in that ring. You can't telegraph anything, because if you do, even the dumbest of wrestlers is going to get on top of it. Believe that or not. You can't telegraph nothing. You got to go out there, man, and do it right.
Are you implying the Marauder is, that's not all there?
I'm not implying anything. I think the Marauder is a good wrestler, but I'll tell you what, I predict, I'll tell you that right now. I'm going to tell you right now. I predict a great victory for Pistol Pete Whatley.
What about Pistol Pez Whatley? You think he has a chance?
I don't know Pistol Pez Whatley, but I'd say Pistol Pete Whatley is going to win this match. A prediction from the Golden Greek.
All right, we'll see. Throws him into the rope. Looks across, body block to the head. And Pistol Pez makes him away right here.
3. All right, man. You owe me $5. All
right,
you owe me $5 for George.
Pistol Pez Whatley, victorious.
Congratulations.
Over the Marauder.
Referee Darrell Morris out of Charlotte, North Carolina. In the ring, the combination of Johnny Kidd and Mike Meyers at a combined weight of 450 pounds. Coming to the ring. Coming to the ring now, the team of Wet and Wild. Steve the Wild Thing Ray and Sonny Beach, a combined weight of 510 pounds.
Wet and Wild, Steve Ray and Sonny Beach. They'll take on Johnny Kidd and Stone Cold. Craig DeGeorge with John Solis. Thank you for joining us. I know you will enjoy it at home, and John, I'm looking forward to this hour.
And so am I. You know, the UWF, without a doubt, is the greatest name in professional wrestling, and this is going to be one great tag match, I'm telling you right now, because this Sonny Beach and Steve Ray, Wild Steve Ray, the Wet and Wild, are really gunning for the World Heavyweight Championship.
And they would have to be two of the top contenders for the title. And you can hear the enthusiasm, John, from this crowd.
This is a sellout crowd here, a real sellout crowd, and everybody's going crazy. Everybody's going crazy, and this is the way wrestling should be. It's the same way when I was wrestling in my day, you know, it's the same thing. Everybody was going crazy. Enjoy yourself, let your hair down, and boo someone or love them. You know, either one, man, it's free. Go for it.
Now, wait a minute. What hair did you have to let down?
When I was in that ring, man, I need no hair. I wrestled with my brains and my guts and my heart. That's why I was the top man.
Well, we must give you credit. You were, I believe, the first to wrestle in front of 40,000 in the L.A. Coliseum. You wrestled with the stakes. You were a leader.
Whatever I did, I was the first to do it, believe me.
All right, Sonny Beach and Stone Cold are in the ring. And a fine arm drag to start it off for Sonny Beach.
I'm going to tell you something about Wet and Wild. They're a very clever team, very fast and very clever. And they have very good maneuvers, very good maneuvers.
Steve Ray comes down with a chopping hand on Stone Cold. And he goes to work on the arm.
They both look good. They both look very good. But let's see if they got the guts. Let's see if they really got it when the going gets tough.
Ray ducks under him and then for some reason goes outside the ring. You know, here's a guy, Steve Ray. He does like to hear the crowd, and sometimes he does play up to the crowd perhaps a little more than he should.
Well, he's a very unorthodox wrestler. You can tell that, you know. He's just beginning. He's still a rookie, tell you the truth. And so is this Sonny Beach. But they're going to go a long way. They got a lot of great moves, But as I said before, what will they do with the big boys? That's what I'm trying to say. what would they do? I don't think they'll get up there, but I don't think they're going to get up that high.
You don't think so, huh?
No, I don't.
I think you're a bit outspoken. Look at this. Oh, double elbow. Nailed him right in the neck. And then he takes care of Johnny Kidd on the side. I'll tell you one thing. The referee really very liberal, allowing both of them to get in the ring. Gut-wrench suplex.
Big suplex.
And he may put him away. No, not yet.
But I'll tell you what, for Wet and Wild, it'd be a feather in their hat if they can take these guys fast. There's no question about it, because these two guys that they're wrestling are very, very good, too. Johnny Kidd and Mike Meyers, they look good and they know good, and they're rookies also, you know. So I think that they got their hands filled, too. And believe me, I think Wet and Wild's got their hands filled, too. These two young kids, Meyers and Kidd, I think they got a little heart. And that's what counts.
All right, Johnny Kidd is in there. And after a couple of good body slams by Sonny Beach, he now works on Johnny Kidd. And applying very good pressure there. You can see the leverage against the shoulder and particularly the elbow.
They're working on the arm, and they're working it quite heavily, which is very good. You know, there's a great elbow. Down he goes. He tags in Steve Ray. And here comes a double.
And it's Coleman in the ropes. Oh! A double boot caught
That's a
Johnny Kidd.
That's a move I haven't seen in a long, long time.
Wild Thing Ray. Well done, suplex. And that could be enough to put him away.
Oh, this looks like it. This looks like the damage is done.
Looks like he's going to try a snap suplex. Now he takes it over. And that should do it. There's one. There's two. No.
No, a kick out. A lot of guts on this kid. A lot of guts. A lot of guts. And that's what I like to see. They should have put this kid away a long time ago. That's what I say. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get overconfident, and when you get overconfident, the table turns.
Leg drop, and he can't put him away. Well, he's giving it his all here. Several good moves.
Another suplex. So there's three, and there's a tag. You can't put him away.
He had a series of suplexes. Now it's going to be perhaps the splash coming off the top rope. He's got him with that one. That's the wheeze. Off the top rope, but it again.
There's a kid. There's a kid. That kid, boy, he really got the guts. That's what I like to see. A fighter, man. A real fighter. He was a big underdog, but he's got the guts, man, and I like to see that, and so does everybody else.
Well, what about what this tag team has done? Although they have not put him away yet. Well done there, and he might put him away with that move. No.
Wet Wild's throwing everything but the kitchen sink at these guys, and this kid is still going and going strong.
Here comes Steve Ray back into it. And there goes Kidd into the ropes, and they hit him again.
Hit him again with double
knee. And that might do it. And he hooks the leg this time, but again, ain't able to kick out. Boy, these guys have been impressive. There goes Kidd. Out to that hard floor. And I wouldn't be surprised if these two submit at this point, John.
I think Wet and Wild got hot, and they just threw the kid out, you know, because they're having a hard time beating this kid. They're having a hard time beating this tag. That's what I mean when you got guts, and you got the heart, and you got a little brain in there, you know, you're going all out. When you're going to beat these two kids, you're going to go all out. These kids are great. This stands for UWF Wrestling, man. Universal Federation is the best universal wrestling federation in the country. This is it.
Look at Ray go to work on that inner knee now of Johnny Kidd. And the tag in, here comes Sonny Beach, and they both stay in there. You know, unfortunately for the other tag team, look at that. They have not been able to double up at all this match. They have been double teamed.
They're doubling up a lot, and still they're not putting them away. You know, as I said before, this kid's got it. This kid's going to go a long way, too. And here comes a move here on the top rope.
Well, Atomic dropped him first, but here comes the wheeze.
Beautiful wheeze. Whoa.
He's got him.
1, 2, 3. I'll tell you what, it's a great tag match, a super tag match. Believe me, it was great. It was very entertaining, and these two kids, Kidd and Meyers, are super duper. But naturally, Wet and Wild, as I said before, they're top contenders for the World Tag Team Champions.
And they were ever impressive, were they not, against Johnny Kidd and Stone Cold. And they are continuing to go to work. This is a bit unlike. I've never seen Sonny Beach.
Like both hands. I can't understand that myself. They give them a great battle, I'll tell you that. They give them, and a great tag match, a super tag match, a great tag match.
Woo, much there. Boogeyman don't feel good today. But first of all, I want to say all my people, all my brothers and sisters, your Boogeyman loves you all, baby. Colonel Red, Mr. Red. Brother, what the hell is in your brain, baby? I took you under my wing. I fed you. When you went to the hospital, who paid for the hospital? Boogie Woogie. Have you forgot everything? Colonel Red, what the hell's wrong with you, boy? 10 years, 10 years, I gave you my soul. Everything, baby, poured out of my body. Everything you know. You know because of me. And now, you bring the Russian, Ivan Koloff, and his cousin. You think they're going to do more for you than I did for you, boy? Listen, baby, I've been all over the world, and all I hear is what you're putting down right now on the street, baby, about your man that has gave you everything that you have in the world today. Well, baby, if you want to fight fire, if you want a war, that's what you got. Because Boogie Woogie is coming for you, Red. Boogie Woogie is coming, and I'm going to take back everything that I have ever gave you, plus more. You're mine. Mine.
Next week, right here on the Fury Hour, the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant, the debut of Barry Horowitz, and the Night Stalker.